Good morning. Good morning, Ignite Vision. Waiting for this to fully connect. It looks like it's still connecting. Okay. Good to be here. It's Thursday morning, and I just feel like I haven't come live to this group for a little while. We've got a July intensive going on with a group of people, and I've got a certified coach cohort going on with a few more people. So I'm busy with those groups, but this group is really the foundation of everything because I don't know, last I checked, there was probably about 600 people in here. And you joined for some reason. So I want to serve you as best I can. And the title of this live is called What's Wrong with You? Because in the work and the conversations I continually have with people, everyone, there is not even a question that something's wrong with you to most people. Most people have this orientation that I'm broken, there's something wrong, I can't fix myself, I need another book, I need another course, I need another seminar, I need to pray harder, I need to read my Bible, I need to, I need, because it's a ever, feels like, maybe you're not at this place, but it feels like the majority of people have a sense that I just can't. I know better, but I can't feel it. I know what to do and I know why. My book, The Monster Under the Bed, people's response back to me many times was, okay, Kim, thanks for making me aware of where the voice and the feelings come from, but what do I do about it? And I didn't have an answer, really. I didn't have an answer when I wrote the book. I was just putting it out there, hoping that that would provide some relief. And to some people, it did. To some people, it went, oh, okay, that's my little self that didn't understand. And that's how my brain and my identity was created. Okay. And then some people that did provide temporary relief. But in the end of the day, if that voice and those feelings are just beating you up constantly. In fact, if you haven't done this yet, you might want to because it'll put you into a whole new mm, paradigm of maybe shifting your interpretation of your identity is go to kimfisk.com. Fisk has an E on the end, by the way, and take the monster quiz because from there, it's just, it's not true, but it's this run to the roar. Like the monster metaphor just is very applicable to what this is. It's a voice and a feeling and a truth. You don't even question it anymore. It's just so true that I'm not okay. I'm not worthy. I'm not perfect. I'm just thinking about it makes me cry because your whole life, your whole purpose for being on the planet is hijacked by this imaginary but powerful emotional truth that something's wrong with you. And some people, what's interesting is that as I do work with some people, they don't want that truth, as uncomfortable as it is, that truth that they hold as true. It's not true, but it becomes your truth. It's your self-fulfilling prophecy. It's your identity that's at stake that was created from your young self. And you're getting something from it, by the way. You get to be right about not being good enough. You get to be right about being stupid. You get to be right about not being perfect or not being smart or not, like whatever that configuration is for you. Everybody's different. It's kind of like fingerprints. So I've actually worked with many people, to be honest with you, and it's no judgment. I just notice it and go, okay, you're not ready yet, because they as much as they hate that voice, that feeling, they're so used to it, it becomes their identity is steeped in it. And if you take that away from them, I always bring up my granddaughter Tess. So Tess had some anxiety issues a few years ago, and I said to her once, I go, Tess, who would what would happen if you did not have any anxiety in your life? She goes, Mimi, I wouldn't know who I was. And that was at 19. Can you imagine at 49, 59, like this voice, this truth has guided and created everything. Your identity, your psyche, everything has been created from that truth of a 2-year-old, 6-month-old, 3-year-old, 5-year-old perspective without any logical, there was no logic involved. It was all emotional, and then it was compounding because of what I talk about in my book is the mental bloodhounds, your reticular activating system that keeps showing you only the evidence of what you've told it is the truth. So that little 2-year-old who gets its hand slapped for, touching a hot stove, the mom did it out of love, but that's not how that little child processed it. There was no way, without that part of their brain developed, they couldn't process it accurately. It was all about me, and something's wrong, and I got in trouble, and she's mad, and they're yelling, and they got divorced, and that was probably me too. It was my fault. You cannot convince a child otherwise because they don't have the equipment in their brain. So they process their identity emotionally based on inaccurate, but it becomes the truth for you. And so after a whole lifetime of having that be the GPS basically inside you, there's no, it's not like God says this is the answer and you are perfect and worthy and you are a piece of me, but you didn't know that. And this is, I believe, why we're on the planet. I believe I'm in this body and raised in a fear environment. No, it's perfect schoolhouse because I have to know that before I can know God, before I can know love. I have to know that. Now it's just using the logical part of the brain that did finally get developed mid-20s after I'd been a train wreck in my life, right? But now I can use that part of my brain. That's the part of your brain that I'm talking to. However, you've got some maybe chatter going on about it. The chatter is coming from that emotional pre-programmed monster brain, the monster part of you that doesn't want you to change. So what I was going to say is some of these people that I've tried to help notice that, move to the tools that I teach in Ignite Vision, it's too scary because if, like Tess, I wouldn't know who I was if I wasn't not good enough, if I wasn't unworthy, if I wasn't stupid. Like your identity is so steeped in that, to lose that. And I know the feeling, honestly, I honestly believe that this is the example that Jesus gave in death. It's an example to us. He was showing us who we are, by the way, my opinion. The gospel according to Kim. It wasn't so much we're joint heirs, and so we're both pieces of God. And he was showing us what we're going to have to do. And you know what? When you reprogram that identity and you let go of the identity that you're stupid, that you're not good enough, that you're not worthy, it will cause you to free fall. It will feel like you have no footing under you, that you're falling and dying, and you're gonna hate it on one level, honestly. But you have to do that before the resurrection, before that true self, the pillar one. My true self is created from and is a piece of the divine God, infinite intelligence, pure love. That's who I really am. So for us to be living, well, to finish that, I am worthy, I'm perfect, I'm unconditionally loved and intrinsically valuable as I am. And here's the kicker. I am not becoming. See, that's a myth. That's a lie that personal development people talk about. And it's semantics on some level, but honestly, I want you to fully grasp this phrase. I am not becoming. It's a process of discovering. I'm discovering that me. I'm discovering that piece of God that's already in me. And there's a little gentle, still small voice that's in there that just says, shh, yeah, you're perfect. You're loved. You're valuable, just as you are, because how can you be otherwise? The only reason you feel like something's wrong is because that part of you has been fired and wired through repetition of emotion. Those emotions, repeated emotional states over your lifetime. See, I'm stupid. See, I'm not worthy. See how my husband spoke to me. I'm not good enough. See how my kids left me. See how my job, see, your whole life has been that. Is looking, because that's part of your brain that's looking for the evidence of what that message that you gave it when you were 2 told it. right? It's reticular activating. It's like it filters out any other inputs that you might notice about how you're not stupid, you're not unworthy, you're not enough. It filters all that out because you've given it. It says, your wish is my command. You told me when you were 2 that you were not worthy, that you didn't have language for it, but it was a feeling of shame. That's why shame is monster track number 1. It started everything, started the cascading fight and flight. I think flight came first, shame. And then on the heels were, you got to be okay. They've got to help. They've got to like you. They've got to take care of you. You better make them happy. Oh, enter people pleasing. Oh, but you screwed up, and how stupid of you. Don't you know survival's at stake? Oh, self-judgment. See, these are the firings and wirings. And look at how they're doing. And we're raised in school. We're raised in families. Look at how your brother is. Look at them. Look at the sports. Look at them. They're better than you. You better work harder. Comparison. Yeah, but you didn't do it right. Make your bed this way. Fold the towel this way. Come on, you got to be perfectionism. And you know what? If you can't really do it, if you can't do it all, then don't even try. Because you know what, Kim, you've tried this before and it doesn't work and you fail and you give up and it never works. So don't even try. All or nothing. See, these are the monster tracks. Oh, and guess what, you guys? There's a monster track that didn't even make the book because I was so in it. Let's call it monster track 11. And it's control. Of course. Of course, control is going to be a monster track. It's going to be survival strategies. Come on, drive it. Make sure you hold on to, and then not just you, but it's everybody in your life. You got to control it all because you got to do that. If not, it's going to all fall apart. And if you want a job done, you got to do it yourself. And if you come on, you got to just take care of it, Kim. Drive it, drive it. Don't be lazy. Right? Performing productive people are typically control freaks. I used to pride myself in being a control freak. I didn't see it when I was writing the book, so it missed the book, but it would be right up there with people pleasing. One of the top survival strategies from our young self. How many of you can feel that inside you right now? So all there is to do, well, just go to kimfisk.com. See which one is really in the main driver. They're all interconnected in many ways, but see which one maybe is in the main driver's seat for you. And it's not a matter of fixing you. There's no fixing that needs to be done. You're discovering. And I have some really powerful tools, and I'm excited to share more and more here in this group. We'll probably do an intensive in August, which is a small group that meets on Marco Polo. Very powerful. See, because without the interaction, the application of everything with a small community, this is AA. This is why AA works so well. It's because you've got a community of people regularly supporting you, and you're not going to make those interchanges on your own. You're going to learn more. Oh, let me learn why this is not good, why this is not true. Let me read Kim's book. Yeah, my book will tell you some of these things, but it's not going to move the dial for you. You've actually got to experience your worthiness. You've got to experience the emotional component, number 1, of getting those emotions out that you've been resisting to feel. That is a huge piece. So we're going to talk more about that as we go. This has been already a little long, but I want those of you in this group that feel the call, that feel something pulling you towards this message, and you don't understand what I'm talking about fully. You shouldn't, because you only have cerebral knowledge about it. That's not where the power is. The power is in the transformation is not information. Transformation is application. And in the nows, pillar 3, now is all there is. So you've got to do it in the now. And that's why these small groups are so powerful. They come to Marco Polo and they say, okay, and I'm, right? It's in the moment that it's applicable. And this is where transformation happens. And it's doing the daily practice. The daily practice exercises, I have over 70 of them that you have access to if you join the daily practice. And that is where the application actually moves it from here to here emotionally, not cerebrally. Anyway, love you guys. If you have any questions or if you know what your monster is and you can comment below, it'd be great. I'd love more interaction in this group. And but I'm here for you if you need it. Love ya.